The USA just delivered one of our greatest performances ever. But the most important thing wasn't the 5-1 win. It wasn't the score line. It wasn't the goals. It was one sentence Poach said after the match. One sentence that showed me we finally have a real leader. After the game, a reporter asked Poach, "These weren't your regular players. Does this result have meaning?" This is where most coaches panic. Most coaches start hiding behind jargon. We'll be even better when the stars return. We're still building. Trust the process. All of that garbage. And you know what that does? It kills your locker room. It wipes out confidence. It divides your squad into real players and the substitutes. That one sentence could undo everything the players just built together. But Poach didn't do that. He stepped in like Captain America in The Winter Soldier, shield up, and said, "What do you mean, regular players?" And this is where people who aren't coaches don't fully understand the magnitude of that moment. As a club coach, your job is to communicate with your team. But as a national team coach, you're also the protector of your team from the outside world. You're the shield. You're the filter. You're the one who determines identity, hierarchy, and belief. If Poach had said something like, "Oh, yeah, it would have been much better if Pulisic or the other regulars were there," boom, every bit of joy in that locker room evaporates. The entire vibe flips 180 degrees. Instead, Poach methodically pointed to the badge on his chest and said, "Do you know who I am? I'm the head coach of the United States. I decide who the regular players are, not you." That was the perfect answer. He protected his family in the most meaningful way possible. Every player walked away from that game feeling valued, respected, and seen. Except for the reporter. She took the L on that one. And honestly, it's not her fault. She's not a coach. She probably Googled some international soccer vocabulary and thought regular players sounded smart. She had no clue she was stepping in to the most sensitive dynamic in a locker room. But she'll know next time. Compare this to the last World Cup, the infamous Leadership Council. Remember that? The coach asked the players to vote on whether Gio Reyna should stay. What faster way can you divide a family? What faster way can you break trust? It was one of the most pathetic displays of leadership I've ever seen. A coach makes the tough decisions. A coach carries the weight. A coach does not poll the locker room on whether to throw someone under the bus. That moment set American soccer back. Poach's moment brought us forward. Look, this doesn't mean we're winning a World Cup tomorrow. We're not magicians. We're not suddenly dominating Europe. But for the first time in years, I saw a U.S. coach who actually gets it, who leads from the front, who protects the badge, who understands how fragile a locker room can be, who builds unity instead of fractures, who doesn't hide behind buzzwords. That's leadership. That is culture. And that moment, not the goals, not the scoreline, is what gave me hope. So thank you, Poach. Thank you for showing the country what leadership actually looks like. Thank you for protecting your players. Thank you for rejecting that reporter's narrative. Thank you for redefining what a national coach should be. Thank you, the Italian Captain America. And listen, leadership over counsel every single time.